Welcome. Thank you for tuning in to the Gratitude Show. It is me, Adam Torres, Mr.Century City, and Tiffany T. And we meet you every Wednesday at 9:30. And the whole point of this is to build a community full of people that are comfortable with sharing gratitude and just expressing positivity. So the way we normally kick it off is we just talk about what we're grateful for. So since I started, I'm going to throw it to you, Tiffany. What are you grateful for?
You know, I was thinking about that a lot today. I'm grateful for being grateful, first of all.
You might blow up. Honestly, if you're grateful for being grateful, you just might blow up.
Yeah. And, I'm grateful for the good, the bad, and everything in between, because as chaotic as my life is right now, with it, just everything going on and so much, there's literally so much going on. I'm able to kind of like take a step back and just look at it and just be like, whoa, this is so freaking cool. Like, this rocks. Like, and I'm not stressed or I don't know. I feel a little bit rushed, but it's like, it's so synchronistic. It's really cool. It's like an oxymoron. What about you? What are you grateful for, Adam?
I'll tell you what I'm grateful for. I have had the craziest, so for those of you who are watching for the first time or who I haven't talked to, so as of this week is where I started like 100% working for myself. And I will say, oh my gosh, I am grateful for how full my days are. It's crazy.
Right?
It's like one thing after another. And it's so weird, like the experiences that just happen as soon as you kind of just start getting more in tune with your wavelength and what you're supposed to do and who you're supposed to be talking to. It's so weird. Like, for example, I met this guy today. He was a 3-time Muay Thai, like world kickboxing champion or whatever. Amazing guy. So I'm going to do an interview with him. And I'm excited about what did I do today? I went to Ty Lopez, his production studio, and I just got to see how they do things, and I was just blown away. It was really cool because it just kind of was like it made it all kind of like real in my head in terms of what we do and how we do it, and the idea of if you just have a message to tell, to just do it, to work on telling it, and to just be super persistent with it, to not lose focus. Whether you agree with somebody's message or you don't agree with somebody's message really isn't the point. The point is that if you are, true to yourself, and if you're doing what you want to be doing, you're going to naturally attract the right people to you. And when I say the words, the right people, there aren't any right people. It's just whoever your message happens to resonate with at the moment. I mean, people are always changing, people's wants, their tastes, and, even what they may need at that moment. So, the point is that your videos or whatever you're doing, you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And you don't know when your message is going to resonate with somebody. You don't know how. But like over time, just that persistence and continuing to spread it like this, the Gratitude Show. Like, come on, how many shows are we on now, Tiffany?
I was just talking about that to Dino. Number 12.
12. Yes. Wow. We made it past the 7. The 7 was the
breaking point.
What Sam said. Sam said you got to make it after that, and that.
Absolutely, I completely agree with you about the attracting people that you're. It's not right or wrong. It's just attracting the type of like-minded people, according to the vibration that your frequency is at, and that may be a little bit deep for people, but anyways, and I'm so grateful because we have Aaron Tupez on our show tonight as a guest. And
oh, that's exciting.
Yes, and he does a Positively Brainwashed show, as you know, and he is in Canada. So yeah.
Oh wow. So we're international tonight. That's what I'm talking about.
Right. So
is that our first international caller?
I think so, actually.
On this particular show, I mean.
Yeah. Probably.
Well, we gotta update the marketing, Tiffany.
Right. So, Aaron, yes, thank you for calling in. We'll go ahead and bring you on. And,
please.
It's such a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Aaron.
Hello, Aaron.
Yeah, everybody, this is Aaron from Positively Brainwashed, the YouTube channel, and he's just a brilliant, amazing man. Like, he is like so serious about his passion and purpose, and he's just a great creative person, guy, whatever, I'll stop talking because I'm not doing a good job. I can't even explain how brilliant he is. But go ahead, Aaron, and tell us a little bit about what you do.
First, I just want to appreciate.
Hi, Aaron.
Say hi to everyone. I really appreciate Tiffany inviting me to this show. I love what she does. She's very dedicated. I see her like working hard all the time. Retweeting my stuff all the time on Twitter. I notice every single time you do that. And she's I can't wait until your book comes out. When is that?
September 1st.
September
1st.
1st? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And should I start with what I'm grateful for, or?
Absolutely. I want to know what you're grateful for. Yeah. Let's kick it off.
Besides my health and safety, which I'm grateful for that every day I wake up.
That's awesome.
Grateful for all the books in the world. That's awesome. You follow Ty Lopez. He's one of my mentors. I'm thankful for technology. I'm really thankful for the growth of my channel. Just an hour ago, I hit 1,000 subscribers.
Whoa! Congratulations!
That's awesome.
Been grinding at it for 4 months, but yeah.
What?
I think I met you about 4 months ago, right?
Yeah.
Aaron was the very first person I ever interacted with on Blab.
I think I was still like at 60 subscribers when we met. Yeah.
Wow. I just hit 62 today. I'm like, or 61. I love it. That's so cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so what do I do? It started off with just me wanting to write a book about a system I developed on my own for about 2 years ago. It starts off with, like me, I'm always trying to find ways to become more productive or motivated. But I would go through these phases where, like, next thing I know, for 1 week straight, I'm just marathoning a mindless show, or I'm just playing mindless video games for 2 weeks straight. So I kept trying to figure out, how do I forever stay motivated? So then I came up with a system, and I have an acronym, a desire, and it starts off with an alarm clock. I turned my alarm clock that I wake up into something motivational that reminds me of all my goals. So it'll ask me, what are you willing to sacrifice for your goals today, right? Who are you going to spend time with to help you achieve your goals, right? That's the first step, because no matter if I'm having a bad day, distracting, it's like a reset button that always reminds you every day, so you'll never get distracted. So after the alarm clock, I listen to daily affirmations. That's the second one. So this just reinforces the mentalities that I know are good for me, like I'm amazing, or doesn't matter what. I have like about 30 different ones I've recorded through the past 2 years, and I randomize it so I don't get too bored. And I have some of those on my YouTube channels that I use whiteboard animation to make it look better. Then the third step for me is to expand your mind, right? You always got to try to become smarter than who you were the day yesterday. So I spend a good 30 minutes to an hour each morning reading a book, watching something motivational on YouTube or anywhere online, and expanding my mind. So I'm always getting smarter, right? Whether in business, social skills. And the fourth step, that's scheduling my tasks. I follow the 80-20 rule. Start off with the hardest things first, and then work my way down. This way, if someone distracts me in the middle of the day, like my friends want me to hang out, I get things done, right? And then the next step after that is to actually take action. That's the most important part. The sixth step, inspired by my mom, to review my tasks. Make a checklist, make sure I hit everything, and if I didn't, bring it to the next day. And the last step is evaluate and evolve. I look back at my day and I ask myself, how can I become more productive for tomorrow? What worked, what didn't. I make adjustments. So yeah, and then again, I go to sleep. Alarm clock resets everything, and I'm always going to be motivated. And the funny thing is, I used my own system to develop the system and my channel. So.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. And isn't it funny how usually in life, that's how we create things, just from our own experiences, and that's like so perfect. Your example of self-awareness, like you have to reflect, you have to take time to be like, where did I mess up? What am I doing good at? What am, you know, because that's so key to know. It's the key in self-awareness. And as you guys are a Ty Lopez fan, so massive awareness is the key to success, right? Like that's his motto. I've only taken 2 of his courses.
Yeah. No, it's great. Huh?
Oh, I said,
I love it. I'm just taking it all in. I gotta remember your YouTube channel. Can you say it again? Because I'm on my phone, so I don't think I can.
Positively
normally I'm
I'll type
I don't know
it
if you can see that. Sure.
So everybody.
I'm definitely subscribing to that. I'm excited. Like that's awesome to see how quickly you've grown, and I'm sure, and just based off of listening to how you're talking, I mean, I know this is something you put a lot of time and thought into, and you've obviously developed a system. So that's really exciting. I love to see when somebody comes through with something that you're obviously helping a lot of people. So that's really fun. Yeah,
and Aaron, when I met you 4 months ago, right, you were just at the point where you were building your lists, right? You hadn't I don't know if you've released one book. He also does the book on YouTube subscribers.
That's just on the side. That has nothing to do with my brand, but since I'm a YouTuber, I like to help people, you know. Yeah.
What do you help people do? I don't get it.
Sorry? Oh, like help people.
You said the book.
I have a YouTube book called 50 Big Tips on How to Grow a YouTube Channel.
Which is awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, where do I get that? Come on, promote, plug.
Hey, I give it for free. Look, actually.
Well, how do I get it? I want it. Send it.
I guarantee you
go onto my page. It's there. I retweet it all the time.
It's on your page?
It's on your page.
I can put a link. But I guarantee you the information in this book, I've seen authors sell for over $40, and I give it free.
No, for sure. Well, you obviously are doing it correctly. You're over 1,000. Good job.
If you follow,
I'm at that 60 stage.
If you follow Ty Lopez, the trick is give things free.
Right, things of value.
It slightly promotes my channel in those books, but I guarantee you.
I hope it does. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
I'm all about self promotion. It's all good. This is exciting.
And hey, Dino just joined. Hi.
Why, hello, Dino. Is Dino gonna talk to us today or no?
I don't know.
Come on, Dino. I want to hear what you're grateful for.
I have the seat locks right now.
And traveling. Oh, got it. I want to hear what Dino's grateful for.
So,
if he's available, that is.
I have to unlock. Well, the thing is so we have some guests.
Oh, got it. Yep.
Over. So.
All right. Yeah. No problem at all. I was just being nosy.
They can all come on. They're literally sitting right there, so they can hear me right
now. Well, I want to hear what you're grateful for, please. This is the gratitude show. I want to hear about gratitude.
And
yeah, Dino's joining. It's getting good. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Oh man. Hello.
This is Martin, and this is Jarvis and Aaron.
That's Jarvis.
Hey,
I'm Tiffany's and Dino's roommate.
Oh, that's
most
cool.
awesome
I want to hear what you're
ever. Whoop!
Come on, I can already tell. Look at that. What's everybody grateful for? Let me hear. Come on.
I'm grateful.
Give me some gratitude. This is the gratitude show.
I've heard a lot about it. I'm grateful for my buddy Martin. He called me up. I haven't talked to this dude since 7 years, man. 7 years. Out of the blue.
What? Wait a minute.
Yeah, today I'm telling
7
you. 7
years?
Things just came together today. Yeah. We've been friends since middle school, like 7th grade.
What?
Yeah, like since 7th grade, out of nowhere, I just saw a picture of this dude on Facebook, and I was like, hey, man, it's been a long time. We reconnected. I was just like, what's up, dude? Let's hang out. He's like, yeah, let's go grab a bite to eat. So we went to go eat something, and we're kicking it today, man.
And then they came back, and I'm like talking about the gratitude show. I'm positively brainwashed. And
oh, man.
Yeah, like, you gotta be on there for sure.
Dude, that's awesome.
Congrats on your show.
Old friends.
Pretty sick. I really like this.
Yeah, we've been listening. It's cool. Yeah, we just want to be positive and spread the vibes. That's cool.
It's all good vibes, man. So I mean, more power to it. This is just one of the best things ever. Just spreading good vibes is one of the best things you can be doing.
And did you say that you both reconnected like on Facebook or on something else? Was that it, or I'm just
So
curious?
He saw my some picture of mine on.
I'm gonna be super real with you guys.
Sure.
I think I Facebooked this kid because we hadn't talked in a while. Just we were best friends like when we were in middle school, and then we just life just happened. Typical. We didn't talk for a while, and then he did his thing. I was doing my thing, and then out of nowhere, it was just like we stopped talking. And then I think 4 years ago, maybe I Facebooked this guy. I don't really use a Facebook Messenger, so I was just like, "Hey, what's up?" And then I checked it twice. He never answered, so I was just like, "Whatever. I guess he's busy." And I didn't even check it, so I'm checking like it today. I saw a message from him, and I was like, "I guess I'll message him." I'm looking on Facebook, and then it has a message back from him, and it says like, "Hey, what's up, dude? We haven't talked in a while. Here's my number. Hit me up." It's always been the same number. So I call this dude. I'm like, "Hey, what's up, dude? It's been a million years." And he's like, "Oh shit, let's hang out."
And he ended up working like 2 blocks.
I work like 2 blocks from where he lives, man.
So he came out. Pretty cool.
Wow, that's see, I'm grateful for social media. See, stuff like this, it's kind of crazy to me. Like, you just reconnect with people, you're like, what? That would have never happened. I think about like all the traveling I did when I was, let's say, 18, 19, and all these people I met. I mean, geez, hundreds and hundreds of people just traveling through Europe and just being a knucklehead, we'll say. Yeah. And I think about it, and I'm like, what did we have? Like, this is like I had email, and I'm like, oh, I'll keep track of email. That never happened. And I'm like, all of these things. It's kind of funny. Every once in a while, somebody will find me from like an old email address I had, but then when I got rid of that, it's over. But I'm like, now it's crazy. Like, people are so connected around the world. Like, it amazes me. And like, when I think about kids now, it's like they'll have all their contacts for their whole life, pretty much.
That's why I love the fact that Aaron said that he was grateful for technology, because, oh man, like, I don't even know what I'd do without technology. I mean, I'd definitely survive, but at the same time, I remember when I first started driving, I resorted to Thomas Guide. Like, there was no Siri telling you how to get from point A to point B.
So true.
Yeah, how did people used to get around before Google Maps?
No clue. Honestly,
Thomas Guide. And
then
Thomas
like
Guide
cross your fingers that they're not sending you to Egypt or something. It's just like guiding you in the wrong direction completely, right?
It sucks, especially if you can't read a map.
It's like, where's Mission Valley? Mission Valley's down south. Just keep driving.
Keep going.
When you hit Mexico, just go. Go. Keep going. You'll find it.
And Aaron, you're from Canada, right? Like, what province is it? They're called provinces, right?
Yes, they're called provinces.
Okay.
I live in a city of Mississauga. It's near Toronto. Everyone knows, or at least has heard of Toronto.
Yeah.
Canada's awesome, dude. I love Canada. I have a ton of friends in Canada from actually, like, sorry, what was your name? Mr.Century City? What's your name?
Or Adam, whichever
Adam, awesome. Like,
I go by both.
I took a tour through Europe, dude, and it was just Australian people and Canadians, dude. And I swear to God, I've never met people as polite as Canadian people. You guys are awesome. I love Canada and the Canadians just did it for everyone, man. Seriously. You restored my faith in humanity, man.
We're grateful for Canadians.
Do you know what I do oh my gosh, now I don't do this anymore, but let's say when I used to travel as a teenager, and let's just say I wasn't acting in the best spirits, I would always blame it on Canadians. I would always claim Canadian.
The Canadians are like the United States.
Everybody loves Canadians, so I'm going through Europe. I'd be like, if I was gonna be a knucklehead, I claim Canadian. I'm so sorry. That's my apology. That's my apology to Canada. Eh?
They're like, what?
We're like Americans, but nobody hates us. That's the best.
Exactly. That's
nobody hates Canada, man. What's up with that?
I remember being in France and I didn't speak any French, and I was like, "Come on, I'm just a Canadian. I need some help." And they still wouldn't help me. They're like, "You're lying. A Canadian would know French."
Will help you, Canadians, and then
They wouldn't
I
help
would
me.
go, dude, I'm like, "Hey,
I'm American. Help me.
I'm American. Help me!" And they'd be like, "Oh no, parlez-vous français? What? No, I know we don't.
Yeah,
know. We don't know what
exactly.
you're saying later."
That's exactly it. So that's my apology. But we're on the international show today, so it's good.
I mean, dude, Canada is just the best, honestly. Props to Canada, Aaron. You are
Absolutely
you're doing it for all Canada, man.
Yeah. Ooh. You know, I went to Canada when my sister, I used to live in Montana for 8 years, and my sister came out to visit me one time, and we're like, yeah, let's go to Canada. Okay, cool. Because I was like literally like by Glacier National Park. I don't know if you guys know, it's like northwest Montana. And so we get into Canada, and I'm driving. I had like a Mitsubishi Eclipse at the time, and the speed limit says 120. So I'm thinking 120 miles per hour, and I'm really trying to get my car up to 120 miles per hour, and I just couldn't do it. I even had a Triptronic and everything. I just couldn't drive that fast. And then so that was one thing, and then like we stop at the gas station, and it's like $1.70 something and I'm thinking a gallon. They measure things in liters, and I'm like, wow, that's so cheap. So we go out like that night. There's like a hockey game, which Canadians are famous for, and we're like talking to all the people, all the locals there, and we're like, yeah, your gas is so cheap. It's like 170 something a gallon. Your speed limit's 120 miles an hour, and they're just like laughing at us, like you fucking Americans. And we were so embarrassed. We're like, oh wait, it's in kilometers. Oh, and it's in liters. Okay. It was so funny.
Yep, bunch of naive Americans. Yep, we're playing all the stereotypes. Look at that.
It is.
You got four of them on the line, and all of them are stereotypes, and we play right into it.
No. I think humans have created stereotypes. I don't think there's such a thing as stereotypes, really. I think we made it into this big thing. Anyways.
No, I'm all right with that. I agree.
So what did you guys say you're thankful for? I totally missed that.
Oh, Aaron, why don't you start? What are you thankful for?
I said about my health, safety, books, technology, and about my channel hitting 1,000 subscribers just about an hour and a half ago.
Nice, congratulations!
About to be 1,001 once I'm off of here because I'm subscribing. This is good. I want to see your also your whiteboards. It sounds cool. I know you're doing cool stuff. And since you wrote the book on how to grow a YouTube channel, come on.
Adam, what are you grateful for? What did you say earlier?
Man, you know, every time I answer that question, I always say something different.
That's why I'm like,
I say great. Well, I just came up with grateful for social media a minute ago. Let's see. I said that. I was great. I'm grateful for like things being put into perspective and the idea that as we all create this content and just things we want to do, really all it is messages we want to share. So like the gratitude show and other things that we're all working on that really our message, whomever it resonates with, you know, they're going to find us and we're going to find them and we all just connect. So I'm just kind of grateful for how all of that works out. And then today I visited Ty Lopez's kind of studio and setup and saw what they were doing, and it just kind of reaffirmed that that if you just stay persistent, keep doing it, just keep connecting, keep being yourself, and just true to what you want to do, that things can work out for you. And it's not easy, but it's also a lot of fun. I mean, just the atmosphere in that studio, it was so much fun. There's just a bunch of people, working, you know, methodically and in all of their respective roles. So a whole bunch of people, but everybody having fun. Like the air in the room was it was fun. So it was really cool to see that can exist. So that was my gratitude.
Awesome.
The end.
I'm really jealous that you were able to go to the studio.
I've been invited so many times to go to that studio, and like I just never make it because I'm so far. Go ahead, Aaron. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just said I idolize that guy. I've taken all his courses.
He works hard.
Yeah, I spent like $1,200 this last year on his courses, literally. His university and his 37 or
67 steps.
67 steps, yeah. I did that and finished it in February.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Jeff, you can't avoid the question.
I love it.
And
Oh,
I
can
know.
hear
She's
you.
over here. She's passive. She wants us to beg. Please tell us what you're grateful
No,
for.
I'm all about hearing what you guys are grateful for.
Tell us.
Like I said before, I'm grateful for the good, the bad, and everything in between, and just witnessing all the stimulation going on in my life right now, and being able to sit back and just be at peace and content, and just in awe of the universe every day. And I'm grateful for coming up to you, Adam, this weekend in LA to shoot. And
Yes, I'm excited. We're gonna shoot some videos. It's
and
gonna be fun.
hoping that I can connect with Ellis, who's on the show right now too. Hi, Ellis, by the way. I know we've been texting to you.
Is Ellis in LA? I thought Ellis was in San Diego.
He's in by Topanga Canyon, I think, right, Ellis? But
Is that by LA?
It's in well, it's like I think the 101, or no, the Topanga Canyon is a different freeway, but it's in your area. So we booked a hotel today to stay in Hollywood.
Oh, Ellis, come down. Is he gonna come down on Saturday?
I don't know. Westlake Village, that's where he is. Do you know where that is?
Oh, he should totally come.
Martin, do you know where Westlake Village is? You used to
That's
live
not
in LA.
that far.
No,
Oh.
not off the top of my head.
Ellis, you should come. Ellis,
Yeah.
you should come on Saturday. It'll be fun.
Sure. So I'm grateful for that. We'll be in Hollywood at Adam's place.
So I'm in
Shooting.
Beverly Hills, so
Oh,
I mean it's right
good.
there. Same thing.
Yeah, and I'm grateful for just all the inspiring.
Come on, Ellis. We're gonna be
feedback I've had
shooting all day.
for,
It's gonna be fun.
for the stuff to shoot on. Yeah, because even though everything's like super busy right now, I'm still having breakthroughs and all that stuff. And Ellis, we can connect after the show too, to let you know. I'm going to be meeting up with Dr. Corey Cool on Sunday.
This is so cool. I seriously just love this show. This is awesome. I mean, just people connecting. It's insane.
Just thanking for things.
Yeah.
Right, and like all around the world, if you think about it, I mean, it's literally global. And the thing is like this goes on replay too, so people can watch it anytime afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already in love with this idea.
Yeah, you should start your own gratitude show or something similar that you like, that you're in tune with.
I definitely am thinking about it already. I'll just come and be a co-host over here. Just be like, hey, I came by to say what I'm grateful for.
Every Wednesday.
Well,
Wednesdays on the show too.
That's my goal. That's what I want everybody to do.
what I think is really, really cool about technology these days is it does connect us. And, we all play such an intricate part in the universe. When we don't vibrate at our highest levels and when we're not following our passions and our purpose in life, I think, like, for me personally, I believe that we shortchange the world. And I don't mean that in an arrogant way or like everybody's so great, but we are. Every human being is an infinite conscious being and an infinite soul. Like, if you think about that and really sit and think about it for a minute, like, doesn't that trip you out? And like, whoa, we're all connected in some way or another. And we all have a specific purpose. We all have something that we're uniquely talented and gifted with. And it's different for everyone. And like, that's like, we should embrace that instead of judging or whatnot, and come together as a whole and promote each other for it, instead of bringing each other down. Lifting each other up is always my main goal. And it's like so much deeper than what I can portray. I'm one of those like philosophical junkie people, but
No,
it's really neat when you think about it, like how technology has just been able to kind of provide the platform to do that and connect everyone that has their own unique thing that they're following their passions. Just like Adam, I'm so proud of you. Like, that is so awesome. You quit your day job and like you're doing your own thing now and like you're experiencing that. Like, what a freaking gift.
I didn't even know about that. That is awesome, dude.
Adam, is this new? Did you quit your job recently?
Just last week.
Yeah, so I mean, it's been a long time in the planning, but so essentially I'm starting my own firm. So I come from two different worlds, let's say. So from
we talk about how cool you were when you were 16. Okay, you're leaving a big, huge chunk out.
Oh, well, no, well, I'm just, okay, gosh. Well, no, I just mean I come from like two different worlds. So I come from really traditional business, and then also from the marketing standpoint and everything else you see here that I like doing. But my traditional side is, so I started working at my first brokerage firm when I was 16. So at Raymond James and Associates. And I've been in that business forever. So I'm finally starting my own RIA. So I'll be starting my own firm, Century City Wealth Management. So I'll be right there in Century City.
Nice.
So I'm working through all the compliance and getting approved by the state and all of that stuff. So yeah, that's the whole standpoint in IG. So I've been working on this plan for quite some time, but it's all just kind of come to this point, so to speak, where it's all happening. So a lot going on, a lot of work. And it's funny because like as soon as I kind of, I won't say jump off the ledge, because it's not like it wasn't a spontaneous decision, put it that way. You don't just spontaneously start a firm or anything like that. So it's more so I just went in another direction that I'd been planning on for quite some time. But that being said, it's kind of interesting because as soon as like when I did that, like obviously I'm the only one that can kind of do that part of the business, but then I still have Mr.Century City LLC, which you can think of that as a conglomerate of different like media assets and different web assets and things like that. And I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, how am I going to, it's pretty impossible to juggle both. So then what happens? The universe just unfolds. It's so crazy. So a really good buddy of mine who, known him for a lot of years. He stepped in as CEO of Mr.Century City LLC. And you guys will meet him, of course, in the future and all this. He's working a lot of back end stuff, but now he's helping kind of manage all those businesses. And he's done this as a national sales director for some pretty big companies. So it just kind of is all working. And it's kind of weird, though, because some of these things you can't plan. Like, I didn't really know that he would be attracted to the project. And it's weird, like, out of the blue, let's call it, within 2 weeks, there's like 8 people working on this project. So I'm like, whoa, how'd that happen?
Because you
I don't know. Thank you, universe.
Right? You knew what you wanted.
Universe.
I'll be receptive.
That's awesome,
Absolutely.
bud. That's awesome. Congrats on making that that leap. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow, seriously.
Oh yeah.
The hardest part. And I know for a fact you're absolutely going to crush it. You're in the like mecca of spots to be in that industry. And you're going to crush it, bud. You're going to have a blast.
Yeah, and so I'm going on. I don't know if you weren't on that one that we were talking about it. So that was one of the things I told Tiffany. So I'm going on a speaking tour in China. Oh, did you? Okay, so that's cool. So like even that, like all these random things that just start happening. It's like, and they're not. I mean, some of them are. I can't claim that I want to leave for a long time, right? I mean, I'd rather be in my comfy life here. I'm not gonna lie, but I guess it'll be a week or two, a couple weeks of adventure in terms of having to travel. And I don't want any more culture.
Wait, so Adam, are you going to China is this for like a client meeting?
No, it's so Moody's is a rating agency like S&P, Moody's, like it's just a huge rating agency. So they hired me to go there to speak to these executives from these multi-billion-dollar brokerage firms on wealth management practices and investing, essentially, from the U.S. standpoint. So, yeah, so it'll be fun. It's gonna be fun, and there should be a book and some other things in line too that they want me to do. So it's just a whole another, if they come through with like they say they're going to come through, we'll see. I mean, it's all hearsay, but either way, you're just going to keep moving forward, right? But I don't see why they wouldn't come through with what they want to do, because it's just a beneficial deal for both of us. Makes them look good, myself also. So the deals look good, so I can't see them really not going through, barring, catastrophe in the world, whatever.
There's only one test.
But either way, we're going to keep going.
There's only one test you have to pass, dude. You don't have to worry about the speech or anything. If they're actually there in Chinese, those guys love to drink. So they may, my uncle does a lot of business in China and so forth. And that's a big part of the business culture is,
Drink with them.
yeah, you got to be able to go out and drink with them, and you drink first, and you got to be able to hold your liquor, and then you're able to talk business afterwards. It's either that order or the opposite, but
Well, I'll just say this: Hollywood's got me in good training. I don't know. I've been training.
awesome. Well, congrats, man. That's killer, bud. I'm super happy for you. I know you'll do well.
So what's
Oh,
the
man,
title
thank
of your next book or your first book going to be?
So essentially, I mean, my story's pretty unique, just based off of kind of the companies I've worked for, the positions I've held, and also my age. So if you think about it, I've already worked with more clients than most people will in their entire life, like in this business. It's just, and I mean, I'm just saying it as a fact. So I've worked with at least 2,000 clients in terms of portfolios, things like that, minimum 10,000 at this point. So essentially, the book is written for 3 different audiences. The first audience is it's written for the everyday investor so that they can understand essentially what they're being sold by the industry, what they're being sold by Wall Street. So just really plain what's going on, what type of products you're being sold, and the reasoning behind them. So that's one part of it. Second part is for the financial professional that wants to convey and earn a certain type of client. So to kind of help them with their communication so that, you know, they can bridge that gap so that they can get through to a client to know that, hey, I'm on your side too, and this is the reason why I do what I do. Because that, I feel like that bridge doesn't happen that often. So meaning, I think both of those two people talk 2 different languages. The reason why I've been pretty successful is because I do bridge that gap. So
You're like a language barrier person.
So my base in terms of the types of clientele I have is probably has a wider breadth than I would say most people in my business. And then the third person that it'd be written for is for somebody that owns a firm or that owns a small to medium size and show them how to scale that. And so that I bring that type of knowledge just from working for these big companies in my various roles. So it's kind of written for the 3 different audiences, and it's really just to get the conversation started so that it's like, it's for the executive part. It's not Wall Street's against the individual investor. It's not that the individual investor, so the me and you are like pinned against the financial professional that's selling them a product. Really, they're all in the same game together. I mean, and they all do have mutually beneficial roles that they all play. And so what this book is basically telling the story, a lot of it through my life and kind of my transition through all of these different firms, but also putting it into context and also historical value. Like, for example, so when I started in the business, it was in '98, and basically think of it as the market went straight up. It was so between '97, that was the beginning of that was before the tech wreck. So
I graduated in '99. I totally remember.
So it was, so for me, think about it. I'm a 16-year-old working in an IRA department, and I'm seeing these like expense bills or expense accounts and all these things. So I immediately fell in love with the market. I'm like, wow, the market is the most amazing thing ever. Everybody's happy. All the clients are happy. Everybody's smiling, and you just make money. Like, all you do is you give somebody your money and you double it. Like, that's literally what was happening just based off of the fervor of the stock market. So I'm kind of telling that story, and then obviously it transitions into when I go through college and some other things. So when I'm traveling, and I studied at European unions, so I'm in Brussels at the European Parliament. I'm at NATO. I'm like studying all these places, and then it kind of transitions into when I actually get out of college, and then I start up at my first firm, and that's 2007. So, or my second firm at that point. So that's the Vanguard Group. And so that year, so I kind of make a little joke in the book where I'm like, I guess I'm not good luck after all, because my start date, I have it written down. I don't remember it right now. I'm off the top of my head, but my start date was the peak of the market before the crash. the actual day that I started.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
if you think about it, the actual start date I have, it was the peak of the market before the tech wreck in 2000, or the wreck in 2008, the housing crisis. So then I kind of talk about that transition and then how it builds up. But so really it's me kind of taking us through from those other three perspectives, but kind of taking you through this story and sort of a narrative, but also historically, like the context is correct in terms of the figures, and it just to me is kind of interesting. I thought I was just writing, but then I showed them, the pages, and I showed the table of contents, and they said they were in. So we'll see as I flesh out more pages. But it's got everything's outlined, all that's done. Now I'm just fleshing out the chapters, and some of them are done, but not done yet.
That sounds very intricate.
Yeah.
Aaron, did you find that your first book was like that?
My book is just a short 20-page book right now that's helps me develop my mailing list and promotes my channel. But I do plan to write a really big book
novel.
in the future.
Yeah, that's really cool, Adam. I don't have my own book yet. I just am like piggybacking off Jack Canfield, which is really cool because I've been following him since I was like 15. And I have so many books in me, but like what you just described was so layered and intricate. And like, that's exactly the perfect example of what you need to do to like be a visionary and have a vision of where you want to take things. Like, exactly, you have it all pinpoint out. Like, it's really inspiring.
Actually, really, all this came from was I was trying to figure it out. That's all.
What were you
I'm like, as I was building as I'm trying to go through building the firm and all these things, I was just trying to figure it out, why I was a little bit different and why certain things had worked for me versus other people. And some of it is literally the reason why I'm pretty good or at what I do is kind of part of it is because of when I was born. I just happened to have lived through these cycles at very pivotal ages, realistically, to where I can kind of feel things a little bit different than, let's say, somebody that was at a different point in their life. So some of that just literally has to do with that. I mean, think about it. You're 16 and you're not going. I wasn't playing sports or anything. I'm freaking watching the stock market go crazy every day.
Yeah, I graduated high school.
Of course I'm hooked.
Started college immediately and moved out. So yeah, I grew up. What were you gonna say, Aaron?
Actually, I'm saying the route you're taking right now is, I think, one of the best routes to success. Picking off like someone who is a successful author, you making interviews like in a consistent basis. That's one of the best things you can do. It associates you with people who are up there, and you're going to make a name for yourself in the long run.
Yeah, and I see that now. And it's weird because I've never had an agent. Even when I was modeling, I modeled for 6 years. I got everything word of mouth. I had 2 billboards in 2 different cities. I'm on the cover of the Rolling Stone CD called Stone Again. I was Miss September for Orange County, California in 2004. I mean, I can go on and on and on. And I never had an agent. I just did it all myself by networking and just word of mouth. And it's funny because these days it's like, it really is like making those personal relationships and really, I mean, I truly have a passion for caring about people. I don't know if you guys can tell, that's one of the main reasons why I just made those videos, those testimony 30 seconds.
Oh my gosh, those things are so cool.
And like, I literally mean everything I say. And I always, when I meet someone, even if I don't get along with them, or maybe they rub me the wrong way, or I don't know why or whatever, I try to like get to the root of it. And I know everybody in life is teaching me something on some level, whether it's good or whether it's bad. And I appreciate that. I completely appreciate it. And I respect it. And I love literally everyone, like even somebody could do me wrong. And even when I should be like, F you. And I'm like, no, you know what? Thank you. You're teaching me a lesson. And it's like true compassion for humanity. And like, I hope my purpose comes across like that because that's what I stand for. But yeah, it's I don't know. Life is just so cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm in. Don't even know what else to do.
But yeah, I did mean every single word that I said on my videos, and I did it sincerely with passion and authenticity. And I just, when I was little, this is where it all stemmed from. Okay. When I was like 8, I learned, when I first learned about like death and dying and stuff, like, we die and go away and whatever. It kind of shook me up, and I took it really seriously. Like, I was one of those little kids that, like, I wasn't really social. I read a lot. I didn't really talk. I wasn't popular. But I took death I saw it as something like, okay, I'm never going to be here again to tell the people that I love them how much I love them. And so I made this list of all the people that I wanted to write a letter to so that they knew how much I loved them and how much I cared about them. Like when I was 8 years old.
Wow.
So recently.
When you were 8?
Yes. When I first learned about like the concept of dying. And so like recently, like now we have video and like all this really cool technology and everything. And I'm like, you know what? And just going through the whole process of asking for my own testimonies for my site. And it was just really enlightening, and kind of like, I do want to give back in the sense that like, I do want everybody in my life to know, whether you play a small part or whether you play a big part, no matter how big of a part you play, that you mean something to me. And I wanted to exemplify those qualities that I see in people personally, because I really do choose to see the good in people. I mean, I know people have bad in them, but I see with a compassionate heart and compassionate eyes. So I hope that I was able to portray that in your guys' videos. I haven't really gotten to everybody yet, but I know Aaron, you, Adam, yes. Ellis, did you see your video? But anyways, that's my soapbox, and I'll shut up now. Go ahead, you guys.
No, that's awesome to hear.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's crazy to me, the fact that from a young age you just felt things like that. Honestly, if I'm being really honest with you guys, I didn't feel that at a young age at all. I mean, it was just I feel like I was a really selfish person as I was younger, and it just turned into something where I just wanted to do my own thing and enjoy life and try to like just party my way through life. And then at some point it became, I can't pinpoint where, but I think at some point it just became like, hey, I really care about these other people. I would love to have them be happy. I would love to have them be stoked. I would just love to see them smile, and that would make me happy. So in a selfish way, it's kind of like, that would be awesome too. You know what I mean? So just the fact that you're saying that you had that kind of sight from 8 years old to be able to think about other people and just think about other people's happiness and well-being. That's just, wow, that's insane.
That blows me away.
Yeah.
Well, I went through my fair share of partying. Okay, you guys, listen, I'm going to open up my speech at the summit event, September 21st, where I'm getting inducted into the Best-Selling Authors Academy. I'm going to open it with, I used to smoke crack at 11 and shoot up heroin and cocaine at 13. What? And that's true. That is totally, completely true. I escaped for a while. I avoided who I really was and what my passion and purpose in life was. I avoided it for a long time. I got married. I got married at 18. I was married for 12 years, got divorced. I mean, I have a whole entire novel of things that I did wrong, but I have a whole entire novel of things that I did right, and I choose to focus on the right. And now, with noticing that and being aware of that in my life and my purpose, I choose to use that to help other people, because I've been there and I've done that. There's nothing that I haven't heard before, literally. Like, I've probably heard it all and I've experienced it all in some way, shape, or form. And that's why I'm really passionate about what I do, because I can sympathize. I can get on your level with whatever it is you're going through. And I understand, I get it. And the thing is like, I think it takes like you to go through all those things and experience them, and then to wake the heck up and be like, whoa, okay, what am I really here for? Like, what's the deeper meaning behind all this? So yeah, I was partying. I was like wasting my years, like doing drugs, I was an alcoholic. I mean, I went through this, and this is just like almost 3 years ago that this transformation happened. Not the drug part, that was when I was 11 and 13, but I got divorced. I lost my daughter, who I had to give birth at 8 months old, carrying her. So she was stillborn. And I just went through this whole I had a nervous breakdown for like 7 months. And I was at rock bottom. So my speech is called how I went from rock bottom to rock star. And it's just my personal experience. And it's just sharing my experience, strength, and hope in life. And that's why I always go back to the thing that, like, we all have our own journey. We're all on our own journey. Sometimes we get it right away. Sometimes it's later. Sometimes we don't get it at all. And that's okay.
That's so true.
Whatever you're going through is okay. you know, just embrace it and be you, be authentic, be genuine. That's what the world really wants to see. I mean, if you watch Ty Lopez, you know, you see his stuff and he's just real. He's true. And that's why he's so popular, because he's like, I don't give a F. Like, I'm going to do what I do, whether you like it or not. And that's just me. And like, people love that. They love the genuinity. They love the like, I don't care attitude, you know, like I'm going to be me and no one's going to stop me. Like, I'm not going to let anyone change me, you know? So it all kind of stems from that. And I think it's like really cool because we are all so intricate and so made up of many different layers. And like, when you get to the point of like learning who you are and what you're going through, like, that's why like I'm always saying my job is to like help people fall in love with their life and in love with themselves. Like, how cool is that? Like, literally.
For sure. No, absolutely. I mean, and what bigger like journey would be worthwhile? Like, if you think about it, you want to be of service to more people. You want to reach out. You want to help more. And your method, I mean, it's just awesome. It's really cool. Oh, is that Stephanie? Hi, Stephanie.
Yes, Stephanie. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, I didn't notice the awesome. No, I love it. What are you grateful for today, Stephanie?
Yes, let's hear it. What are you grateful for? Are you going to be in LA this weekend? I think.
You should come by too. Stephanie should come by too.
I think she said she was going to be in Tahoe when I reached her last, but things could have changed. Hopefully.
Oh, come on, Stephanie.
So we could have like
good.
a big Blab
There'll be a whole
That's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to say. Oh, how did it go? I know I wanted to go to that. I couldn't. Well, obviously I'm doing this, but I had a couple other things to do too. I'm sure he killed it. Oh, that's awesome.
But you're always just networking. I really admire that about you. That's awesome. She's always everywhere. You're just like, I was doing this and this and this, and it's cool.
And so when I was at Ty's earlier, it was Chris. So Chris was getting interviewed. That's why I was over there. I was over there with Chris, who she's talking about that just gave the speech. So that's really cool. I'm glad to hear it went well. No, he's a phenomenal speaker.
We'll have to watch it on Facebook Live.
Being on being on Ty's show, he went from being like number 400 on Amazon to number 1 within 4 days for being bestseller in the small business section in 4 days. Ty's audience, they're readers if you think about it. So if you really think about who follows him, it's people that want to read and people that want to learn. So if you're an author and exactly, they crush books.
Well, and that's the
he's got a great book, so that's what.
Sorry, go ahead, Adam.
So that's where it kind of fits like the audience. Once you see him speak, and you'll see on the videos that come out, just awesome. So I was really happy that all that worked out for them. It's cool.
I was going to say that's the power exemplified of like helping each other and promoting each other. Like when my book goes for sale or whatever it does on September 1st, I don't know. We're all donating donating the profits to charity anyways. So it's not like something we're making a bunch of money off of. My website is going to get a lot of viewers. That's why like I sent out the videos to the people that I network with, because I want to like help promote everybody else too. Like, can you think of like having Jack Canfield's audience, see your stuff? Like, that's huge. So
real quick, Tiffany, if you can remember that we want to shoot a promo for that too.
Yes.
Specifically on Saturday.
I'll write that down.
Like if you can write that on our list, because now we can do it. I can always, because you don't have a print copy, I can always just take a thumbnail of like a screenshot or whatever to insert into the video, like when you talk about it. So we don't have to have a physical copy. I can edit that in later, but we can talk about it so we can shoot the interview while you're down here for that part too. Like if you can write that down, I just don't have anything on me to remember.
Absolutely. Okay. So yeah, like, I mean, Aaron, Stephanie, Ellis, like, I don't know, Martin, I just met you tonight, but whatever you guys do, I mean, everybody, it's all about like working together and promoting each other and lifting each other up, like we all have our own unique gifts.
That's the gratitude show. It's what we do.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I could help out anyway, why not? I'm so glad to. So glad to.
Oh, for sure. I love it.
I'm telling you, it seems, I don't want to call it that, but at the end of the day, it just kind of seems like fate. I kid you not. I haven't talked to this kid in 7 years. Out of nowhere, I'm here, and
It's the law of attraction.
Right.
There's no accidents
and
here.
I'm talking to you guys, and I'm just like getting fed positive vibes. So tomorrow when I wake up, it's just going to be all good things, and it's just going to be everything's gonna be good. You know what I mean? So that just makes me super happy to think. I mean, I'm super thankful that I got to just even talk to you guys and meet you guys tonight. So, and I
And
know
you're to subscribe to Positively Brainwashed and watch it first thing in the morning when you wake up.
Do that, and I'm putting you to 1,001. I'm excited.
Sorry, someone beat you to it. It went up to
Damn it.
1,000.
Who beat me to it? No, I wanted that one.
Doesn't give me a
That's
name.
not fair. Oh, damn it.
Can I
I
put
wanted my
the channel link?
spot. That sucks.
I'm putting the
Isn't
channel
that
link.
so awesome?
Oh,
Just
there
sit back
it
and
is.
watch your
Yeah,
numbers.
do that. Hold on.
No.
Do that right now.
Great.
I just figured out that it lets me do it while so I'm going to it right now. I hope I don't mess this up. Oh, I'm 1,002. 1,002 done. Subscribed. Put that there. Uh-oh. I don't know if I'm logged into the right account though. Shoot.
So, but yeah, so we're about at the end of our show. And Aaron, thank you so much for taking the time. I know you're in a different time zone for us and it's later than us and it's later for you, but thank you so much for taking the time to be with us tonight. I really appreciate it. I know Adam does.
It's my pleasure, and I hope to come back.
Canada's so polite. Of course they would have stuck around. You're awesome. You're killing it.
Of course.
Thanks, Aaron.
And you just made us international, so now you can update all the copy, Tiffany.
I'll forward you a copy of
I'm just
everything
playing.
afterwards, you guys.
That's awesome.
Jarvis, I'm so glad this is your first Blab experience. Congratulations.
I'm stoked to meet all
You've
you
been
guys.
blabbed.
The first of many.
All right. Well, I know you. That's all. I guess are you gonna end it? Tiffany?
Does anybody else
Do
have
it.
anything to add before I do?
Oh, God, yes, please.
Well, just in case I don't see you guys ever again, well, hopefully that never ever happens. But just in case, I want to say that I'm 100% thankful because I am getting married really soon. I guess I'm getting married in
Congrats.
March 11th of next year. We already have everything set. We're getting married in Cancun, so I'm pretty stoked to the max about that. I already gave her the ring. She already gave me a ring. I guess that's something. The girl gives you the ring before you get married. This is that thing right there. So
Wow.
yeah. So
Congrats.
thank you.
Congrats.
I'm
That's
totally stoked to
awesome.
the max about it. I couldn't be happier. And I mean, that's, if anything, I think that's what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for meeting you guys. I'm thankful for seeing my friend again after 7 years. I'm telling you, it's just, it's an insane experience to just see someone after 7 years,
Wow.
of not connecting and just feeling like it's a little bit just like yesterday where we were kicking it in the playground, or I don't know, or like playing with Play-Doh, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just,
That's hilarious. That's cool.
but I mean, I'm stoked, and it's like you said, the law of attraction. Just seeing this guy, telling him a little bit about my life, telling you guys a little bit about my life, and hanging out together is just the way good people get to grow and good people get to So I look forward to actually talking with you guys a little bit more, and thank you so much for even letting me be a part of it.
Well, thanks.
What kind of phone do you use? I'm just curious. Do you have an iPhone or Android or
iPhone?
All right, well then there's no reason to not see you again. You download the app, really easy, Blab, it's free, and we're here every
I'll show you
Wednesday.
how.
Come on.
Will do.
So we should see you and come get your dose of positivity. I mean, this is really what we're
Tiffany
doing.
promised
Building
she's
a
gonna help me out.
community of people.
Awesome. She's gonna help me download
That's
the app.
awesome. Get
I will
up, Tiffany.
next Wednesday then.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's
I'm
awesome.
actually-
And look,
I'm
I
actually
couldn't
getting
even
married
make
on a Thursday, so I'm probably gonna get online on a Wednesday and just be like, guys, wish me positive vibes.
Hopefully we have 1,000 people watching, and we're gonna all be like, yeah,
I hope so.
Streaming
If we have 1,000 people watching, I kid you not, I will broadcast the wedding, dude.
Yes.
Epic.
First
You
Blab
guys can
wedding.
all be there with
Dude.
me at the wedding. That would be so sick.
We got a new goal, Tiffany. Now it just
Right?
got real.
Winning.
The bar just got higher. Okay, well,
That's
thank you,
awesome.
everybody. Thank you, Stephanie, for tuning in. Thank you, Ellis, for tuning in. Sam, love you. You're amazing. Thank you guys for all tuning in. We will be live again next Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Pacific time here on Blab. And yeah, you guys all have an amazing week. And thank you for just being you. You guys are all awesome.
All right. Good night. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Great meeting everybody.
Good one,
Yeah, guys.
guys.